This is a lot more convenient. So we are underway now. Flag versus PhoenixRoost. This should be a very interesting match.
Yeah, Flag has definitely shown himself to be a consistent player. At least when I played him, that was 2 years ago. So who knows how things have changed? Let's find out. And PhoenixRoost, he's been around for a while. Wasn't he in the last one? I think
PhoenixRoost
he was.
was in the Puzzle League tournament, but he was not in the Tetris Attack tournament 2 years ago.
Okay, that's I knew I remembered him from one of the tournaments. Flag starting off strong with a 19-second. What can he do? Oh wait, never mind. It was just it was lag. I thought it was over.
Might help if I give you a commentator view as well. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this thing crashing right at the last second kind of threw a couple things off. Sorry about that, guys. There you go, Jake.
All right. Yeah, we're good now. PhoenixRoost doing a pretty good job. Not quite topping off Aikido, but it's gonna slowly rise, and there's a 1 minute 4 seconds for him. Meanwhile, Flag definitely topping off his opponent right now. Bumpy.
Yeah, this is going to be quite similar to one of the matches we had earlier today, which was I Like Being Smart and Blue Bomber, in which Nicole and Flag were both Pokemon Puzzle League specialists. And they've played
Yeah.
this game a fair bit, but it's definitely a kind of different engine. So I think most of them, you'll see them heavy chain focused, which is a really safe way to play. It's hard to get like those peak times of low 8 minutes or even sub 8, but you'll definitely see these guys pull off like a bunch of like low 9 minute times or high 8 minute times.
Oh yeah, I would say I would agree with you when you said Flag and Nicole are both PPL specialists. I remember that tourney. Flag was very much a fierce competitor in that one.
Yeah, that was his breakout tournament because he beat FFR Pro during that and ended up third place
Yeah,
overall.
he was on the grind. Flag still in the lead here, getting through Poochie in 41 seconds.
He's very competitive, so we might see him try to get on the grind here too, because I think he's the person who's made like the biggest splash throughout a lot of our speedrun tournaments. When he puts his mind to something, he definitely does buckle down.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see him make a deep run into this tournament. Definitely somebody that I would be rooting for.
But yeah, he's killing it right now. 21 second with Wiggler right now. He's got about a stage and a half lead, I'd say, right now, as PhoenixRoost is struggling just a little bit to get Poochie, but he does end up getting it at barely a sub minute.
Yeah, still time for Phoenix to catch up, but Flag has a pretty firm grasp on the lead, I would say, right now. Very good job topping off Froggy. Oh, actually, never mind. He's got one more line.
Yeah, it was
Right there.
unfortunate. Froggy didn't have quite the big stack to begin with, and he just kept lowering and lowering, and yeah, that one more line ended up costing him about 10 seconds in the end.
Yeah, Froggy not going to be able to make it to the tier 2, so he's going down in 29.
Yeah, so
Not much
Phoenix has
going
been
on here.
struggling a little bit early on here. Mostly hovering around that 1 minute range. He's having a hard time finding that decisive chain at the beginning, because we mentioned that earlier. That's what Flag's going to be doing as he's taking out Blarg sub 20 as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
Blarg wasn't doing much there.
It's just a really safe way to get past this mode. As long as you send enough garbage, typically the AI will die soon, unless they keep finding chains dropping from their garbage. And we saw a match with Nicole earlier against Bowser where that just kept happening over and over. It was like a super unlucky situation.
Yeah, I was watching that. That was very unfortunate for Nicole. Felt bad.
Also, Shadow, you're definitely right there. Me and Jake live kind of close to each other, and we've been to a gaming event called Lex Play the past 2 years.
Yeah, it's about it's like a yearly thing, so sure I'll be there again this year.
Yeah, same here. Well, I won the Melee tournament somehow, so I get free admission.
Oh yeah, I do remember that from last year. It's very nice.
We're not
It's
going
kind
to
of like
talk about the characters everyone played, but anyways, Flag off to a pretty good start. If he gets a pretty quick kill on Raphael here, he'll be entering the cave at sub 6 minutes. That'll be a pretty good pace for him.
yeah, there's always really nice pace. We see these consistent players that can get there a lot of the time, like Yoch the other day.
Oh, Yoshimitsu.
Definitely someone. Yeah, he's definitely somebody who can pull that off pretty often.
His skill's pretty insane for the most part, just because his like technical cursor speed's so fast, and he has some of the best vision I've ever seen because he just finds those 9 combos pretty easily, or the 8 combos, which stack like perfectly.
Yeah, for sure.
So PhoenixRoost hitting his quota right now. It's been about in that 50-second range, but he's going to need to pick up the pace a little bit because Flag is already in the cave and he's looking to do some damage to Hookbill. And here comes this big chain. Like I said, this is what Flag's game plan is definitely going to be. Because now look, he has Hookbill pretty much topped off. He's going to attempt to find some chains, but as soon as he runs out of time like that, he's dead. And Flag gets a really good time of 25 seconds on Hookbill.
Yeah, it's strategy working out for him right now. Yeah, I agree with Shadow. Sounds good.
Yeah, Flag's audio is actually super quiet on his stream right now. Luckily, I can bump up some levels. But yeah, thanks for that shout out. You can yell at me anytime to fix it. Alright, those guys almost finishing screen for screen right now. Unfortunately, Phoenix is kind of on the wrong end of that as he is 3 full stages behind. And Flag only has 2 left to complete, so we would need to see a major holdup on Kamek and Bowser in order for Phoenix to come back, because
Yeah, it's definitely possible. We've seen it earlier. Poor Nicole.
Alright, here comes Flag. Very solid chain to begin with here. Tries to drop it out and do a different kind of extension, but it's going to top off Kamek for the time being, and he's got a really good follow-up, so he probably shouldn't have to worry too much about topping off Kamek, though there will be a lot of shake time on his screen.
Oh yeah, that is a lot going on for Kamek right there.
Mm-hmm.
So much lag.
Yeah, lag, shake time, everything, man. That's the one downside of Tetris Attack, dude. The game will just slow down so severely. He might get the kill here, though. Yeah, Kamek was kind of fumbling around and couldn't find the purples in enough time, so now Flag is going to be on race point on Bowser.
Very nice. Could see a sub 10 here.
Yeah, Phoenix is going to need a miracle at this point. Not only a massive troll in Bowser, he's going to need some, like, sub 20-second fights on all the cave.
He's going to need Flag's console to just reset.
Yeah, maybe lose electricity for a couple minutes or so. But, I mean, that's the start he needs. He did get the kill on Raphael now. Anything's possible, but Bowser's stack, he's going through a lot of blocks.
Yeah, Bowser playing the somewhat low stack. He does have tier 2, but there's no matches up there.
I think he dies immediately. So. He has, like, no stop time. Yeah. He got that clear at the very last second, and I was like, unless a chain drops in place, Bowser's done for. And that's what ended up happening. Flag with a very solid 10.09. The cave went very smooth for him.
Yeah, it didn't really give Bowser a chance there at the end. Make any plays. Just running him out of, or draining him of stop time there. Very good play. Almost sub 9. I mean sub 10, but he's looking at a good start here.
Definitely, when you beat your opponent by 3 stages, you got to feel pretty confident right now. And Phoenix, I mentioned this when Blue was playing earlier. A lot of these guys, you know, the tournament just started, probably haven't warmed up too much to the mode yet, so they're kind of just getting their feel right now.
Yeah, this is still the very early stages of the tournament, so people not likely to be in their top form right now. Does anybody call this guy PD, or is he just Piranha Plant? I call him PD.
His full name is Naval Piranha, I'm pretty sure. But I could see people probably calling him PD Piranha.
Yeah, that's me.
Though, I'll be honest, I forget the names half the time in this game, too. Like, if I'm trying to refer to a stage when I'm not directly looking at it, I'm like, oh crap, who is the person who's actually on that stage?
He's such an easy boss, and in Yoshi's Island, you can cheese him. You can shoot him off screen and kill him in one shot, so he's not really that memorable from the Yoshi Island series.
Shoutouts to the Yoshi's Island series, including the best game in the series, Tetris Attack.
Yeah.
Dude,
name confused me at first when I started this game.
And it confuses people who don't know what the game is now. I've talked to a couple IRL friends and told them what I've been up to recently. And I'm like, you probably never heard of the game. It's called Tetris Attack. And then they don't listen fully and they're like, oh yeah, I've played Tetris before.
Yeah, definitely mix-ups going on there. I think I played this one before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played this one first. Aside from Puzzle League.
Puzzle League was definitely my go-to when younger. But I've had a lot of fun playing Tetris Attack.
Yeah, I didn't have this when I was a child, so this wasn't even that long. Probably about 9 or 10 years when I first played this game. Just found it randomly. But Phoenix not sending too much over here.
This is when it gets tough, because the opponents will actually start to pressure you back in these last couple stages. And if you don't have a lot of blocks on your screen, it's hard to find those chains to continue pressure yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tug of war. You can see like how much garbage each is sending, and if they're sending more than you, it's just you gotta do something. You can't let them send more than you're sending.
Especially the way Kamek has sent this garbage right now, it's actually super efficient in a PvP format, because you see those like 3 chains that were separated. It's going to give you very little reaction time to continue those chains, and you just got to keep clearing and clearing. It's like, it's low reaction time, little shake time. It's actually beautiful if you have your opponent topped off.
Yeah, Kamek playing it by the books right now. Trying to get in on this tournament action.
AKA if you ever play Blinzer Yoshimitsu or like Plasma in PvP on panel attack, that's what they're gonna do to you the whole time. But yeah, Phoenix moving on. He's to the final boss with Bowser. See if he can bounce back and get a pretty good time here. It was kind of a beautiful accident finding out about the series, which I'm sure that was the case for a lot of people. But the only reason I had Puzzle League when I was younger was because it had Pokemon in the title. That's the only reason my parents bought it. But ended up liking it and
I
playing
saw
it.
that like at Blockbuster and stuff, but I just never picked it up. I was always going for like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. I remember the commercials for it as well. I was like, that's interesting, but probably never gonna play it.
I'm secretly hoping for them if the series ever returns, just to brand them as like the first party Mario characters. Even though they kind of have Dr. Mario for that. But I bet a lot of people would play the game just because of like Mario's name on there. Or go back to Yoshi. Like, I'm sure a lot of people like that.
Would it be like Yoshi's Epic Yarn? Something like that. That was kind of like the updated Yoshi.
Yeah, basically. And they've had a couple Yoshi Island games recently, haven't they? Or I could be wrong on
I
that.
They redid Yoshi's Island like 50 times on each handheld. I think they're done with Yoshi's Island. Unless they make Yoshi's Island 2. That'd be amazing.
But yeah, as we dwell on those thoughts, PhoenixRoost does finish at a 16-minute time. We're gonna be hopping into game 2 here shortly. What do you think PhoenixRoost has to do to like have a chance of beating Flag here?
What I'm noticing is he's really having trouble topping them off. He's got to be a lot more aggressive with his garbage. He's just got to focus more and try and pile the garbage on because I've just noticed too many times where he's just lacking. He's got to get into it. Because for sure, Flag is not letting up. This guy's a beast.
I couldn't agree more with what you just said there. And it's kind of hard. Like, I think Phoenix is also mainly a PPL player himself. And so, coming from the main campaign modes, the AI is easier to deal with in Tetris Attack, but your timing window is so much harder. Like, it's harder to get those consistent chains. But here we go. We're starting with game 2 now.
Yeah, there we go. I was just looking at the countdown.
We had Flag ahead 10 seconds last time. Now we had Phoenix ahead 10 seconds. I don't know how that works, but oh well.
Well, I'll take it. Looking for something to get going. It looks like Phoenix is trying to set things up.
Yeah, most of the time he's just like a little bit too late for all his matches, and I get into that groove sometimes too. You like are trying to continue this chain just like a couple frames short, but then you're trying to extend it after that, and you miss your next clear. It's an awful chain reaction to get yourself into. But it looks like he's going to get a good follow-up here. Maybe a 6 chain to end it off. He's going to cut it off with a 5 and a couple combos. Lakitu should die in probably 5 seconds.
Yeah, Lakitu's all the way up. You can see that scroll speed just taking him forever to get there to the top to clear something. Just too much.
Meanwhile, this could be a little opportunity for Phoenix. Yeah, he didn't get the best start at the beginning. He has a really good follow-up now.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to top off Bumpty. But that extended the match by about 10 seconds. If PhoenixRoost can get something started quick here, which he's got a good chain starter.
Yeah, nice little 4-chain. I have to follow that up real quick, though.
Oh, he had a lot of combo garbage blocks.
Yeah, he's mixing in those 5s. That's what you want to do. Get that space efficient garbage right there.
And just like that, the follow-up was good enough. He does shave 1 second off, so still a little bit of work to make up, but that certainly helps.
Yeah, definitely seeing some improvement from Phoenix. It's good to see him change his game plan up here.
We're going to see probably the same thing this round too. Flag's actually been struggling quite a bit.
Yeah. This is unusual. Flag's not topping Grinder off.
You say Grinder. And just like that, yeah, with the 53-second stage, Phoenix is going to take his first lead of this match, so...
Well, who's playing? It's never confirmed who's playing. Is it Poochie or is it Grinder? You're playing both of them.
That's true. I would assume Poochie, but...
How's he going to play with those paws?
Dude, I don't know. Yoshi's playing the whole time, dude.
Yoshi's just got 3 nubs.
I feel like you'd be able to play better with nubs over... Or... I don't know. Just ignore what I'm saying.
I think the Wiggler would be the... He's got like actual hands. I don't think
he has fingers.
5,
he would dominate.
Yeah.
But
very nice 23 from Flag.
Yeah, Flag's gonna take it right back. He slipped a little bit on those last 2 matches. He's like, all right, let's kick it back into high gear. I'm not topping off the opponents. Let's get those chains back in order. Alright, here we go. Good chain from Phoenix. The 7 and a 4 combo is going to keep Wiggler occupied forever, so... Eventually this will lead to the kill, but he lost quite a bit of time trying to get that chain off. And Wiggler is still clearing right now.
Yeah, Flag not starting off the best, but he's got Froggy topped off, and he's going to croak him right now. Nice 27 seconds. Moving right along here.
Alright, Phoenix has a pretty good start here. He's got the 4 combo that's going to go into a 5 as well. I'm not sure if he has an immediate follow-up after that, though. He did have an 8 combo set up at the beginning that I thought he was maybe going to go for, but it would have ruined his 5 afterward that he had, so...
Yeah, that's what's really interesting about watching these matches. Like, everybody thinks, for the most part, they think differently, and it's really cool to see. Like, oh, you're like over there, you got an 8 combo, and it's like they just always do something different with it. It's just really cool to see how everybody thinks.
Speaking of 8 combo, there's your wish right there. Phoenix hitting it up. And
Nice.
while talking about that, Blarg was playing with a very high right stack on his screen. Flag was able to beat him in 17. Now he's looking to roll against Lungefish as well here.
Oh, it's right there at the top for Lunge. A lot of screen shake, though. You can definitely tell Flag loves his screen shake.
I've known Flag too long to know the man loves to chain forever, and I'm in the same boat. We actually, in one of our tournament matches, tried to out-chain each other to see who could get the biggest chain by the end of it.
Yeah, I think I remember something like that happening. Ooh, Blarg with that really cool 9 combo just kind of fell in place for him.
Was a little bit scary for Phoenix for a second there. He lowered his stack in just enough time, but we've definitely seen deaths like that just caught off guard a little bit. and you lose all the progress you had in that match. Like if you lose a match 20 seconds in, that's like 30 seconds total you've lost because of like loading screens in between too, and it's not really a mistake that you can't afford.
Yeah. Flag showing how efficient he is. He had a great start against Raphael. Raphael not the best at getting a clear right away, so I didn't have too much time. Their cursor speed is going to be bumped up though right now as he goes in the hook build.
Yeah, Flag looks like he's completely shaken off his beginning flubs on the stages 2 and 3. And he's about at the stage lead he had during last race, too. I think it was probably around 3.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, that's mostly due to the fact that Phoenix has been playing a little bit better this round, because he had a lot of 1-minute struggles at the beginning of last race.
He's keeping up this time around. 35-second hook build. Not too bad.
It's going to be a little bit hard to come back, though. Lungefish is giving him some troubles. He had a 6 combo drop from the clearing garbage and then a clear lineup as he was down stacking. So that wasted about like 15 more seconds for him.
I'm just watching how Flag works here with his chains. So quick. Gotta think of these chains real quick. Not seeing much combo though from him. Definitely some different playstyles here that we've seen so far in the tournament.
Ooh, flexing so much it almost topped him out at the very bottom. And this will do it unless he gets to the second tier.
PD is just... Naval is just buried right now. Nothing he can do. Just wait for his death as the blocks spawn.
It's funny because if he had like infinite stop time, he could have even went for 3rd tier. Like all of his rows that were clearing gave him like 3 blocks in a row horizontally to bail him out. Yeah, as Phoenix is having trouble again on Raphael here. He might get it as soon as I say that, though. Yeah, he's going to finish with 108.
You cursed him. Or you... It's a good kind of cursed.
Commentator's blessing.
Yeah. Papa bless.
Papa bless. Also, press F to pay your respects to Papa. Papa's done some bad things recently.
Oh. Guess I was not aware. Getting off to a decent start here, Phoenix.
That's the kind of guy I am. I just say jokes that only make me laugh. But yeah, Flag cruising again, a little bit behind pace of last round because the caves giving him a little bit of trouble. But pretty big lead here with Bowser. Oh, he's going to have really... oh, if Flag would have sent a little bit more, he probably would have died too because he had like very separated stacks that he was trying to lower with. But Flag's fall might be enough here.
A little bit of cheese for Bowser, but he's not eating it.
Alright, let's see how this stuff falls. There are a lot of blocks that are going to be clearing. I don't think a chain's going to be happening, though. Maybe the blues. Yeah. It's hard to analyze those when it's so many rows that are falling on you. But Bowser's getting into greedy mode right now. He's going to use up all his resources at the bottom.
He's down the 2 lines, and that's perfectly timed right there. Bowser just locked in. Nothing he could do. 11 minutes for Flag as he takes game 2.
Yeah, and Phoenix is actually having a pretty good cave right now. He did pretty good getting that 24 second there, so he should be able to get a much better time on this round. But Yeah, with that, that's all Flag needed. It's a best 2 out of 3 set, and Flag's gonna start 1-0 in his group.
Yeah, very nice start from him. I didn't really know what to expect. Like, I knew he was gonna do well, but I didn't know how well because again, he is a Puzzle League player, not so much accustomed to Tetris Attack.
Yeah, for
But I
sure.
know he's a beast in that game. So games are pretty similar. There's just a few slight differences that you got to get used to. I'm sure he did practice because he's the type of guy that will practice.
I'm kind of curious because he did enter that tournament that was 2 years ago, but I forget what his placement was. I think he might have gotten 5th or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, he got 5th place. He had some pretty good wins that tournament too. He beat Lightning and Edo Bean. And he beat you, Jake. He knocked you out of the bracket.
Yeah, I know. I remember playing him. Definitely have first-hand experience playing this guy.
But yeah, it shows he can hang with the best with a top 5 finish, and that was a pretty stacked tournament back then. We have an even more stacked one this year, though. I'm super excited to see how the later group matches go, and when brackets are finalized, how the results are going to differ there.
I think if I remember correctly, I wanted to lose because I was like during the tournament, I was going to go to both Disney World and Disneyland, and there was no way that I was going to be able to do more matches.
Dude, Jake throwing matches in tournament, dude. That's why he's not participating this year. No.
No, I would have made the brackets uneven. I was like, I was kind of passive about it. Like, I'll join if you really need me, but otherwise, I'd rather just watch you guys play.
Dude, it's gonna be scary with only 12 spots in main bracket. There are, I think, over that many entrants with a sub 9 PB. So there's gonna be a lot of good competition that just barely misses out. And just like that, PhoenixRoost finishes with Bowser. According to him, he was only 9 seconds off his PB, so that was a pretty good run for him
Oh
overall.
yeah, I was looking at that. His PB is 13:37. So yeah, that is really close.
So yeah, he can be happy with that time. Like, he definitely played a lot better than the first race. Close
Yeah,
to a
always good to
PB.
see improvement.
And he probably knows how great of a player Flag is coming into this race. So, he's not going to take this
Yeah,
loss too hard. He's going to try to practice and take a win down the road here.
yeah, Flag just again showing how strong he is at either of the puzzle games, whether it be Tetris Attack or Puzzle League. Just an all-around great player.